Well, as the Buffalo Sabres continue with their 2025 development camp, we are checking in with head coach and former Amerk Lindy Ruff. It is great to talk to you, Lindy. And I guess we'll start with where we are right now. The Dev Camp is in the present. The players probably more geared toward the future of the franchise, but how important is this for these young players?
Oh, very important. They get their a lot of them get their first taste of Buffalo. I think we do a real good job of, where we take them, get in the building, get a little bit familiar with the city and what's around here. But it's a big first step. They get to see, obviously, where we practice, where we play, and they get to see some sights around town, too.
There's so many Sabres that at one point in their career are Amerks. That's something you did as well, playing for the team back in 91, 92. I'll just talk about the AHL. How important are the minor leagues to the development of these athletes?
Well, I think almost every good team now has, a backbone of guys that have come from their system. And when you look at Rochester and the proximity to Buffalo, what a great setup. You can get down there to see players. Players can easily get back to Buffalo or go back and forth. So when you're looking at a franchise and their supporting team being that close, it's an ideal situation.
You mentioned the Amerks, and we talk about Rochester. Again, you once wore the red, white, and blue. What do you remember from your season as an Amerk?
We had a heck of a season. We lost, I think it was in the semis to Detroit, but had a great year, won a playoff series. I remember, first going down, getting on the bus and riding to, a bunch of the places. But just to witness, I went down there after my career in the NHL. But just to witness the young guys' journey, and for some guys it was hard. For some guys, I think it's easier. But it's a great place to play. The fans were awesome. I still remember, down the stretch, getting in the playoffs and then playing in the playoff battles, and the atmosphere in the building was tremendous.
So many great names that have wore the red, white, and blue of the Rochester Americans, getting the opportunity to talk with one right here. Lindy Ruff, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.